Oh,
Good morning, everybody.
good morning.
Move this
How's it
over
going?
here. You know what, man? It's going real freaking good, frankly. I got
That's
what just happened?
that's really good to hear.
Crazy noise just happened on my computer, and I have no idea why it happened. Oh, you know what it is? I finally started like screwing around with Wombat Dungeon Master. You'd think I would have done that by now after 18 million, but never did. And I just realized, like, I all these NFTs where you could do shit. I'm like, what the fuck? I feel like the learning curve on that thing is gonna be nuts. I talked to Matt actually today, and after they figure some stuff out this week, we're gonna see if we can get Olga on to the show to kind of just give like a ground up like starter overview of Wombat Dungeons for anybody who hasn't seen it
Oh,
yet.
that's cool. Yes, I think that's
Yeah.
a very good idea.
Yeah, it'll be fun. Good morning, Crypto Shorts and TC and Meta Builders. You guys are super baller. I'm just realizing now. Okay, so for anybody just showing up or showing up later, we're going to be talking about the Wax OIG, which is what is it? Something general? Something
It's
inspector
the
general?
Office Inspector General.
Office Inspector General. Is that what you said?
Yes, that's
Okay, perfect.
that's what. Yeah.
And for anybody that doesn't know what WTF means, it's what the fuck. So now you know what all of the letters in the title mean.
Yeah. Now you know what the letters in the title mean, but we will be talking about the details. What is really an inspector general, and what is his role in Wax? What is he supposed to do? What
Yep.
are they actually doing? I think that also something we will discuss is how much are they making, because that could be very interesting uh, for some of our listeners who might be kind of technically savvy and wax lovers.
Right.
Maybe the being an IG is something for you.
Um, I wonder if Nick would do it. I know he's usually pretty. Nick Custers is usually really busy with everything else he's doing, but he definitely
Yeah,
has the technical
but Nick
chops.
is not an OIG. But Nick is not an IG.
What do
He
you mean?
was a candidate once, but he never
No,
made it
he's
to IG.
he didn't make. Yeah, no, just right. Like I sort of started brainstorming who, because like right now there's not really any candidates right now, right?
No, right now there are no candidates,
Yeah.
which is kind of shameful, because because I think that there should be people
Right.
posting their or posting somebody as postulating candidacy for someone.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Okay, so before we get into the details of all that stuff, something we just shared in chat, like I'm just realizing we're actually going to be able to talk about whatever you put in that announcement tomorrow, and that made both my nipples hard. So that's going to be real fun. I just wanted to throw that out there. Everybody's going to want to be watching the show tomorrow because Launchbags has some. I mean, this is just this. Once we sort of started gaming out what this would look like, I started losing my mind. I'm still losing my mind all the time, basically. So that's gonna be fun. Oh yeah, Geeky
Yeah.
works in IT. There you go. So that's gonna be fun. Who's Diamonds? What's Diamonds? I don't know what that means. But rock and roll. Oh, by the way, okay. So what do you think about this? I've got some the first Wiener precursor NFTs for the Nefty show for giving away. And I kind of want to do one of two things, like have people sort of retweet this show, and I can get the link if anybody needs it, but it's just at Nefty Show. Oh, Diamonds Nipples. That makes sense now. Retweet the show and then comment your wax address under the show, and I'll collect all those for bounty NFTs. And for community ones, DM me on Twitter to tell me that you're watching the show right now. And then we can do the community ones from that, or should we do it a little bit different? What do you think?
But I think we can do it like that. I
All right,
think
cool.
we have several days to do it, so we can do it.
I just want to get started, right? So
Yes.
DM me if you want one of the community ones, right? Proof that you're watching the show. And I mean, by all means, screenshot the show and let us know you're watching. And then for the bounty ones, you can earn twice today if you want. Retweet the show and comment underneath the show your wax address, and I'll collect all those. So then you'll be among the first people to get the combo that's going to be needed to get tickets. Tickets are going to be how people get in on the Wiener I can't even say it. The Wiener Fair launch, which again is going to be 10% of the supply, not 5% this time. It's going to be. I'm excited about all the new kind of.
Will it be 10% of the supply for the fair launch?
Yeah.
Oh, that's an interesting one.
Yeah, I mean, there's going to be so many more people, involved in this, and so many more tickets, and yeah, we wanted to set that up. And I mean, the starting price is going to be better too with the little experiment that we're going to be running. So I think that's just the whole thing is so much better organized. I'm getting really excited about it, to be honest. There's going to be anyway. We'll talk about that another day. So the OI stuff. Yeah. So, like, can you maybe sort of give us the highest level view of how Wax governance works, and maybe even like what the guilds are, just because like I kind of know, but not really, right? So if anybody really hasn't heard about it before, let's sort of go from the top.
Yeah, so basically a block producer on Wax is called a guild, right? So what does a guild do? A guild is producing blocks on Wax, but unlike other delegated proof of stake chains, on Wax things don't work like on other blockchains. For example, if you think of EOS, for example, the way it works is that people vote for a block producer, and depending on the amount of votes that this block producer has, it will be producing or not. There are 21 active producers and a certain number of standby. On Wax, we have around 30 something, if I'm not mistaken, 30 something guilds, of which 21 are producing and the rest are standby. So how do we determine on Wax who is a producing guild or even a guild? That's the role of the OIG and of the Wax team. Both have to work together on this. So what happens is that instead of having votes, and those votes basically mean Wax staked and used to vote for this guild,
right?
You can do that on Wax, but that is basically useless.
Too, right? Yeah.
Yeah, on EOS, that's how it works. But on Wax, it doesn't work like that.
Right.
People on Wax can vote, and that's very nice for a cosmetic thing, which is seeing the active block producers ordered in most of the websites that show them. But that does not make you a guild, a producing guild, an active guild.
Mm-hmm.
In Wax, in order to be a producing guild, you have to add value to the ecosystem. And what does it mean, adding value to the ecosystem? It means that you that you must have products, or you must be doing something that is good for the Wax environment. So it's not only about having the infrastructure and vote, but you should be doing something. For example, Nifty Blocks has a marketplace and has all the tools that we provide for creators, and that is one of the things that allow us to be a guild. Of course, we also have all the technical side where we provide tools, and we have all the APIs and several things that are required to be a block producer.
I like that. Well, and
guild.
So would another example be, if we, I get probably when is better, right? Like I think it's something we want to do is to kind of open source our token contract standard for the meme token kind of stuff that we're going to put out there. Is that something that we would do, or that would sort of qualify for this?
If we do something like that, that will also grant us points when we are being evaluated as a guild.
Right.
Yes, indeed. For example, coming here every day and doing the Nifty show should also be providing us points.
I agree.
Also, for example, Launchbacks, it's a new product from the same guild, so that should also be providing us with more points. What is kind of, or I don't like it personally, but that's not up to me. That's part of the Wax governance, is that every guild gets exactly the same the same payment. If you are top 21, you are paid exactly the same as any other top 21, regardless if you are the first or the last in that list.
So who do we have to put our thumb on the scale for to change that? Because I agree. Like I can imagine, the top 5 are probably doing as much as the rest combined. Which obviously, like the whole 80-20, like the Pareto rule,
Well,
right? Obviously, not always true. It might be way
to
more
be
balanced.
to be honest, it also depends, and that's another discussion that we could have, because right now the guilds are basically, well, it's changing, it's slightly changing right now, but most of the points that a guild receives is derived from the technical aspects of what they are doing. Are you good at producing blocks? Are you do you have good enough infrastructure? Are you reliable as a block producer?
Right.
Yes, then you get a lot of points. Your products get points, your marketing get points, your audience creation, your attention farming gets points. Yes, but not as much as the technical parts. And I think that is one of the biggest mistakes that
you should flip it.
That we are doing. I fully agree with what you say.
I mean, that's like if you did that,
but
suddenly
it's
everybody's making more money.
But it's very difficult because there are guilds, for example, EOS USA. Those guys are amazing from the technology point of view. They are not doing a lot of engagement or a lot of things, but
for sure,
they are helping all the other guilds. They are really active and they are very good, very active from the technical point of view. So it's very difficult. I think that the problem is that it's very difficult to find that correct balance when it comes to what should be evaluated and what gives you more points. But in my mind, definitely growing the community, onboarding more people to Wax, and making the Wax ecosystem grow from a, let's say, from a demographics point of view, should be more important than anything else. You could be good enough producing, but you should be amazing or extremely good at bringing in more people.
Yeah, no, that makes tons of sense for me. And really, like, if you don't have that as a priority, I mean, that's like we talk about the Wax token all the time, right? I mean, like, it's one thing for initially Wax was going out and getting these big corporate kind of deals or whatever, right? And they had an impact. I mean, not always a massive one, but it looked good on paper, right? And a bunch of other stuff. So they were going out there and doing some promo stuff, and obviously, teaming up to do the whole Wuffy thing, like that's pretty baller. I mean, they're doing some things on that, but it'd be so much cooler if you crowdsource that, right? Like if suddenly there was like a clear way for guilds to, like, I mean, honestly, we don't get paid for the show, right? But we want to support the entire Wax ecosystem just because we love doing that. But it would make sense for Wax to want to promote or incentivize stuff like what we're doing. Just because like the hope is anyway, like we're going to be trying to get the word out there constantly and getting more people into, so that everybody in the Wax ecosystem does better.
Yes, exactly, and that's what we should really be promoting more. But as I said, it's kind of difficult because we also need the technology. We also need reliable block producers.
Yeah, so that has to be a balance, right?
Yeah, and I think that in that regard, one of the OIG responsibilities, the OIG is the Office Inspector General, which is a group of 3 inspector generals that are rotated. Each inspector general is rotated every 18 months, and the responsibilities basically are evaluating the guilds on a regular basis to see that we are all complying with the technical requirements and with the adding value to the ecosystem part.
Yeah, that's cool. So basically, like, they vote for a new one every 6 months or something, and that's how they rotate it through 18 months?
Yes, you have elections every 6 months, and right now we are in the phase where nominations for IG are open.
Yeah. So, and you were saying that one of the reasons we wanted to come and do the show today is nobody's been nominated yet.
Nobody has been nominated yet, and I think that it's a very nice opportunity for people who might want to be part of this.
Right.
Something that many people do not realize is that the IG position is very demanding. It requires a lot of time, and it requires also some amount of technical knowledge.
Right. So when the time, so basically there's how many guilds, and you're basically having to review. I would imagine there's like a bit of a checklist now, right? Like there's got to be, the guilds have to be running the basics, and so you sort of need to check in on that. But then you
Yes.
sort of need to analyze the tools that they were making or creating or maintaining,
Ye-
stuff like that.
all of that is true, but is not only following this checklist. Basically, this checklist, if you want to call it like that, is
Yeah,
versioned.
I'm making that up.
It's an evaluation protocol basically, and it's
Yeah.
versioned, and they are constantly renewing it and adding some things and adapting it to the needs of the blockchain.
Yeah,
So
makes
it's something very live. So they have to work on maintaining this
Like updating it.
evaluation process, and then making sure that that the guilds are compliant. Every guild submits a report of what he's doing every 6 weeks.
Okay. So yeah, basically every 6 weeks you're running through. How many guilds total was it? 30 something?
30 something. Yes, I don't remember exactly what's the number right now. We could look that up, but yeah.
I was just trying to, like, as far as like sort of quantifying the work involved, right? And it's
Yes.
definitely non-trivial. But you were saying, like, you can, there's some pain involved though too. Like, you're not having to do it for free.
Of course, and there is a very good pay, because each OIG is paid basically something very similar to what a standby guild gets.
Okay.
So, and if you consider that a standby yields nowadays makes around 11,000 US dollars, being an IG is very attractive from the salary perspective. Well, salary, I don't know if you can call it salary, but from the income perspective.
Right. Yeah.
It's not always like that. It's variable,
nice.
and I think it can go from 5 to 11,000. I don't know, but yeah, I don't know exactly how much they make. That's something that has to be researched there, and it can be checked
it's decent
chain.
though, right? Like, if you're going to treat it like a full-time job, it's not insane. Like, it's pretty good pay.
It's in my opinion, it's a very decent payment, because if you consider being a guild, you have to pay for the infrastructure. You have to pay for someone who maintains that infrastructure if you are not really technical, or and you have a team who has to be developing products. You have to be doing marketing. You have to be doing a lot of things. So if you think about it, being an OIG, it's way more profitable than being a guild, in my opinion, at least.
Sure.
I'm not saying that it's an easy job. It's a lot of work being an IG. There's a lot of work, a lot of communication going with the guilds, a lot of things that they have to review. They have to communicate with the WAX team and so on. It's very intense, but it's in my opinion very well rewarded. It's a good reward what you get in exchange for that.
Yeah, that's cool. I definitely have I have a couple of people in mind. I'm going to tell them to maybe put their name in the hat if they're open to it. That'd be cool.
Yeah, I think that it will be very interesting. I don't have anything against the current IGs. I think they are all the three are very capable and very committed to the process, to the job. But I think it's nice seeing new faces from time to time, and especially seeing new faces who are capable of doing this and interested in improving the WAX ecosystem.
For sure. So is Rakinen running again, or is he done? Right? Is he going to be up for election as well?
I don't know, to be honest.
Okay. And you were talking about, like, we might actually be able to get them on the show.
Yeah, he said he might be available. He will be available next Wednesday or Thursday to come with us the show. He was not available today, unfortunately, but he will be able to come next week.
That's awesome. That's really cool, especially just to sort of get dig into the nitty gritty of what's going on. And of course, if they're if he's running again or what have you, that's awesome. I think it's always better to have competitive elections anyway.
Yes. I think it's very good. Even if he's not running, it will be very good to have him. Whether he is or he is not running, I think it will help us understand better what an IG is.
Yep, absolutely. Okay, so we got 50 people watching right now. I'm going to reiterate this. We have the first community and bounty NFTs for the Wiener coin drop. The blend is going to have one community NFT, have one bounty NFT from any of our 13 partner projects that are going to have some of these things. So the Nefty Show has some. We're going to be giving some away today. So to show that you're part of the community, that you're watching the show, DM the show on Twitter at Nefty Show. And let us know you're watching the show. Include your wax address, and then for the bounty one, just retweet the like and retweet the show, and make sure you comment your wax address underneath of the show today. And I'll collect those, and I'm going to be sending out one bounty and one community NFT to anyone that does both of those things. So. Cheers. Thanks for watching, everybody. We got more to talk about. I just want to just sort of throw that in there because there was only like 25 people when I said it in the beginning. So yeah, it's gonna be fun. Then man, and there's like just making these things. Thank you so much to Melania, part of the Nefty team, for getting all the images done this morning. The Wiener team sent over some really fun, like just kind of base images for the templates for the bounty and the community stuff, but we put logos on all of them for all of our partner projects, and that was quite a grind. And I know because I'm doing the NFTs for them now, and it's quite a grind. It's a whole thing. But it's awesome. All right, so like, what's your overall take of? I mean, like, well, let's chat about EOS, because I think to talk about the wax governance, I think it's really important to understand I just remember EOS governance being a total shit show.
Yes.
And I know it's different now with Antelope, but it was just like,
no, I think it's exactly the same.
It's still the same. Okay, so like,
well, the thing with EOS is that it's based on votes. So it's basically who has more money, they can make it to the top and make more money in the end.
Right, and like, weren't they also like sort of paying for votes? Right, like if you stake. Then...
yes, the thing is, okay, you cannot vote for yourself. Okay, then you go and vote for another guild, and then that guild votes for you, and then it ends up being like, okay, what's the...
So from like a principal perspective, you're tying up the token. But I mean, all you got to do is take a look at the EOS price, and like that didn't work. It's like not enough anyway.
Well, I think if we talk about EOS, there are too many things that didn't work. But yeah, that's a completely different stuff, and that's why
it's like that. Yeah, that's why. Like, I kind of wanted to establish for people that might not know all the history of EOS, right? Like that's obviously Wax came from that, right? We're an EOS.io chain based on that same.
We're an Antelope
technology,
chain, not EOS.io anymore. Antelope, and it will be. I think it will be Antelope Spring very soon. The newest version.
Okay.
Antelope. Yeah, it's Antelope.
We should get Eve on the show too.
Yeah, why not?
I haven't interviewed that guy in years. So where to start, right? So I mean, for anybody who doesn't know about Antelope, basically like the EOS team, it was actually some community people that started Antelope, and basically they kind of like forked it, or like what happened there to sort of move it to the Antelope.
I think that's something done by the EOS Foundation, and they wanted to take that development away. And I think that they also want to change a little bit the naming and the perception that there is around EOS, because after the ICO and or IDO, I don't know what it was, but
it was ICO. It was an ICO days in 2016, 2017. Yeah.
Yeah. I think the largest ICO by then, and
4 billion.
Yeah, 4 billion, and everything became thin air, and So yeah, that was very bad. But exactly the purpose of having the system that we have on Wax and having to prove that you are adding value to the ecosystem is to prevent becoming something like EOS.
Right. That's kind of what I was getting at, right? Because it's not just sort of a pay to play, kind of thing, and then race to the bottom technologically, or with attention or what have you. Like, they're actually incentivizing through this OIG system that the guilds are actually producing things that are going to be good for the chain. And again, like you can get
Yes.
points for I guess like onboarding people, creating tools that are going to be really cool for the space, which is awesome, right? I mean, that's ultimately, it's like what's going to make a blockchain successful at the end of the day. And they're at least focusing on that. Like we can agree or disagree on the exact weights of all the things that they're focusing on, but it seems like they're focusing on the right things.
Well, I don't know if I fully agree with that, but I think that at least they have the good intentions to do the right things.
Right. Well, that's so what is something that they are not incentivizing at all that they should be?
Well, I don't know if there's something they're not incentivizing at all, but I think that as we said, the marketing, the promotion part, the onboarding people part should have a bigger weight.
Yeah,
and I think that. And I think that there's something that it's very difficult to understand or even to accept, is that Wax is a company. Unlike if you think about Ethereum is not a company. Bitcoin is not a company. If you go to Solana, I don't know if Solana is a company or not. I think Solana is also a foundation, but I'm not completely sure on that one.
Mm-hmm.
But my point is that Wax is a company. It's a corporate. So they have some specific interests, and they are the owners of the chain.
Mm-hmm.
So even if you have guilds, even if you have the OIG and the governance process that we have, we still depend on the goodwill of Wax. Of course, it's in their best interest to have this goodwill. But what I was saying, that it's different, and why voting for a guild it's irrelevant. It's because in the end, based on the evaluations of the OIG, the Wax team votes for the guilds that are going to produce, and they put so much Wax there for each guild that it will be almost impossible for anybody on earth to get a guild to be producing if it's not because of the Wax team voted for that guild.
Okay. All right. So, I mean, it's sort of like board of directors kind of has the final say on a lot of this stuff. It's sort of what it sounds like.
It's not that they have the final say, because what they do is they vote according to the recommendation of the OIG. They say, okay, these are the top 21. Okay, let's put the money there. But it's the Wax team doing that. Whatever the community is doing there for votes, it's very nice, but it only affects the order that you see visually, because basically the vote to get to the top 21, we have them because Wax voted for each one of us.
Got it. So I mean that OIG layer then really is kind of not all the marbles, but it really is vital, right? And so it's sort of seems to me that I kind of want to give the Wax team credit for putting that democratic element in there, because a lot of this stuff that they're it's not objective, right? A lot of the decisions are subjective, like are you producing value, are you doing things that are creating stuff like that. Although we could probably make objective metrics between you and I, we could probably figure that out. But I get it, right? Like each situation is going to be a little bit different, and so you have these people that are there that can analyze the technical capacity of the basic things that the block producers need to do, and some of the tools that they're doing, and whatever they're launching that's open source or whatever. However, they're creating value for the chain. Those three people are like literally grinding on analyzing every single guild all the time. And then giving their recommendations to the people that ultimately can do the votes. Is that more or less accurate?
Yeah, that's how it works. But the ones that are elected by the community are the IGs. So that's why the OIG, the IG election is so important, because there the community really has a saying. Yeah. One of the biggest challenges right now is that not enough people goes and votes.
Right.
So most of the votes come from the guilds themselves. So we are the ones basically electing the IGs.
Right.
Which is not bad, because in the end we are really stakeholders here, and we want people who are going to be fair and that are going to evaluate us in an objective way. So that's okay. But I think that this would really be an opportunity for the community to come and cast their votes and elect people who might be able to do something. So I think it's important.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, TC, then they need to vote first, then leave final vote for users. I think the OIG stuff is kind of that, right? Like the whole idea is we and the guilds can vote too, but like, you know, everybody needs to be voting for OIG. Like if you want to have a representative who can, you know, really be there for the users, that's kind of the place where we can, you know, kind of add our voice. Is that more or less accurate?
Yes, but I think that one of the biggest problems is that if it's the guilds, the ones who are really electing the IGs, then the community doesn't have a big saying, because there are maybe there are not enough whales in the community to really be able to influence the election. So
No.
yeah.
Oh, okay. Hey, so apparently the DMs on the show aren't open. Triple B, thank you very much for that. I'm pretty sure that mine are open. Just DM me anywhere. I'm on Discord and Telegram, and Twitter, and it's all this. I'll give you guys my my ad here. Boink. All right, so this is my Twitter and Telegram and Discord. DM this a-hole and include your wax address, and that'll be proof that you're watching the show right now. Obviously, if you manage to DM the Nefty show, that'll work as well. I guess if I'm not following, like if the Nefty show isn't following you, you might not see the DMs.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, so that makes sense. So DM basically DM me on Telegram, Discord, or Twitter, and I'll collect wax addresses from all three of those things for the community side NFT for the Wiener stuff, which is pretty fun. It'll be interesting to see how many we get.
Yes.
Oh yeah, TC's DMing me on Telegram right now. It's working. All right, so yeah, DM at Corey Cottrell anywhere, Telegram, Discord, I mean, heck, Facebook if you want. like anybody's there anymore. Yeah, Twitter, Discord, Telegram, and make sure you include your wax and let us know that you're watching the show, and I'll send those NFTs out for that. And then again, for the bounty, make sure that you grab this show on Twitter. It's at Nefty Show on Twitter. Retweet the live show that we're doing right now, and make sure that you comment your wax address underneath today's show. And that'll be how you get the bounty side. So you can earn a community side and a bounty side NFT. Combine those two things down the road, and that'll be one of the tickets that you can use for the fair launch. And again, these are going to stack like crazy. Like figure out ways to talk to every single one of the communities that are partnering with Wiener for this drop. Get community and bounty NFTs from all of them, and you can mix and match any community NFT with any bounty NFT. Is going to be able to be blended for a ticket. You want as many tickets as you can get. It's gonna be pretty fun. Yes. Anyway, Rocket Red countdown left off. Yes, I don't know what that means, but I like it. Sounds great. Sweet.
Yeah.
All right, man. Okay, so can we? Where do? Is there like links and stuff for where we can find that, or should I just Google it?
About the OIG?
Yeah.
Let me give you here the link. I'll paste it here in the private chat.
Beautiful. Oh, here's the Office of Expand right here. Look at that.
Yeah.
You got it. Is it the same one? Yours is better.
Yeah, so if people want to check about the election, what's the process, what are the requirements to become an IG, you can go there and read more. It's in my opinion, the requirements are not that hard, and yeah, there are some requirements that I don't really fully agree with, and yeah, but maybe that's the job of the next IG and the community to.
What can you give us an example of that?
For example, the technical requirements. Theoretically, an IG is required to be a DevOps and have a development knowledge to build his own tools. I think that should not be required. If someone who wants to be an IG wants to go there, he should be able to be an IG, and he wants to outsource or do whatever he wants to create those tools that are needed, which I don't really know exactly what they might be. He should be able to do it, and no problem. I think that it should be more about having the qualifications to fairly evaluate if the guilds are complying with what they have, and the tools should be part of the chain of or the OIG. The three IGs, the office itself, and if there's a need to create a new tool, they should put a Wax Labs thing or I don't know if that, no, because that's not really how it works, but they should say, okay, we need this build and there's a reward of this amount of wax, have someone build it and that's it. Right. I think they should not be building anything. They should be focusing their times on evaluating yields, interacting with the community, and looking for ways to improve governance. And not only governance, they should, in my opinion, that's not written there, but they should be more like trying to be more the public face of the Wax blockchain and trying to bring in new people. But that's not how it is. That's not how it is.
That makes a ton of sense to me. Obviously, that would be like one of the only things I would be personally good at. Hopefully, right? That's all I think about. But can you give me an example of a tool that one of the Wax IGs had to make in the process of their job?
I can't.
So
because I don't know what have they built.
Right. Like what? So, but that's like I'm trying to think of, like, you know, if you're in that OIG or IG position or what have you. Figuring out, like, okay, if you need all this technical knowledge to build something specifically for that, like, what did they have to build that was for that?
Yeah, I don't know if the voting contract is something that they built, but in any case, I think that should not be their responsibility. That should be somebody else. But yeah, I don't know.
Interesting. Who can crown the winner of the elections? Scron, I wish you weren't so busy, because you'd be awesome to have in there too. Again, if we could figure out a way to outsource the technical capacity. Now, granted, I don't know exactly what your technical capacity is, so maybe I'm full of shit. So erections. Oh no. I skipped right past that one. Oh, and there's 69 people watch right now. We're 12. By the way, the max supply for Wiener is going to be 800 billion. So just figure that out.
Yes.
Oh, AJ was so excited about that, and honestly, I'm not unexcited about that, because I'm no better. So anyway, there's a bunch more people watching now. Again, DM at Corey Cottrell on Twitter, Discord, or Telegram. Let us know you're watching. Include your Wax address. I'm going to send out the community side NFTs for that. It's kind of proof of watching the show right now. So do that. And then for the bounty side, find the show on Twitter. Or X, or whatever we're calling it these days. Find the show on that, like, retweet it, and make sure you comment your Wax address under today's show, and you're able to earn the bounty one for that. And then we're going to send out an NFT for each, so you can get 2 NFTs today. If you do that, those NFTs are going to blend into a ticket for the Wiener Drop. Wiener Drop's coming in 2 weeks ish or something, maybe a little bit less than that now. And it's gonna be awesome. So yeah, and that's the thing, we should probably like figure out the exact day here over the next couple of days as we get all these NFTs out too. That's gonna be a whole thing.
Yes. More DMs over there?
Yeah. Blockchain AF. I see you. No, it's good. No, it's cool. I'm glad that you decided to do this for the show today, because like I kind of knew it existed, but I definitely didn't know. I didn't know as much as I do now, which is
cool. No, and I think there are many more details to know, and I think that's why it would be very nice to have Raketen next week with us and giving us more details, because I know what the part that interests me is having someone who's evaluating us every 6 weeks and saying, is this is what you're doing good enough or not, and why, and so on.
No, that's that'll be cool to have the inside sort of perspective. Who are the other 2 IGs right now?
Kiefer, I don't know if you know Kiefer. He's Wax OG. He's been here for a long time. Okay. And Josep also from from I don't know if it's EOS Barcelona or Wax Barcelona, but yeah, they are the two
Sounds familiar.
IGs
Okay, cool.
right now.
Awesome.
Besides Rakeden, who's
Right.
the one who's I don't know if he wants to continue or not.
Yeah, no, that'll be good to know.
Yeah.
Either way, like it'll be. I'd love to have any of them on the show, kind of on a regular basis. Because I mean, the Wax governance thing. I mean, we're all here, we're all part of it. We're spending an insane amount of time and energy to try and build out things on the space and ultimately build the space out.
Yes.
So I think it makes a ton of sense to spend a little bit of time every once in a while, just sort of plugging into that side of things.
Yes, absolutely. I think that's if I have a criticism for them, it's exactly that. I think they are not public enough. They should be more active, interacting with all the communities, podcasts, streamers, whatever it's available, and they should be there, in my opinion, talking more and making sure everybody understands what this is. Which is going back to my criticism of being the guilds, the ones who really vote and decide who's the IG. It makes it very easy for them because you have to go to 30 people, talk to them, and convince them that you are the best option,
Right.
as opposed to going to the full community and convince the full community that you are the best options for the position.
Indeed. Crypto Shorts, does Wiener have a TG yet? Yes, they do.
Yes, we should start sharing all of that, Corey.
We can. Here, hold on.
Yes.
Please old boink.
Yes.
I think what? Maybe they don't yet. Actually, I know they were going to.
No, they should have it, and we should share it very soon.
Yeah. No, they. You know what? I think they don't have it yet. They're gonna have it today. I'll get them on that. We'll figure that out.
Cool.
Yeah. No, I was talking about it last night with them. They probably just haven't done it yet, but we'll do that. Get them rocking and rolling in there. I mean, TC needs a place to put the 50,000 freaking wiener memes he makes every day. So, oh my god, yeah, they can't just come to me because I'm the only one that benefits from it, and that doesn't feel right. Actually, you know what we could do though?
Yeah.
I don't think this is the thing. I don't think anyone's seen this yet, and that's just not cool. I think that's unacceptable that people have not seen this yet. Hopefully,
as long as it's suitable for any audience. Oh, I love it. The game of Wiener.
That's a really good question. I hadn't really thought about that. So yeah, we've got the Queen of Wiener, the Wiener Queen, and yeah, Game of Wiener. I mean, that's just a solid meme right there.
Yes.
All right,
I love it.
Here? Oh, what's that?
Oh, what is that? Come on, remove that. You're giving too much information away.
Sigh. That's good. I mean, we're gonna be able to start announcing stuff like that very, very soon, I think. Okay. I just wanted to get to some more hot dogs because there can never be enough hot dogs. Boink. Indeed. Yeah, TC's the AI meme king. I agree.
Yeah.
He is the shit. So yeah. Something about a redneck barbecue. It's a bird, it's a plane, it's Kekman. Like, I don't understand any of this, but I love it. It's ridiculous. It's kind of got AI got stuff in there. There's like sort of a Kek hot dog, maybe. I don't know, but it's fun.
Come on, why aren't you sharing that?
Oh, I didn't share. Oh, dude, I'm so sorry. I thought I was. I'm stupid. My bad. I was talking about this one. It's like, what's happening here? I don't know. It's weird. Yeah, he sent me this one. I added on the Wiener coin the AI got just because I needed to own this as an image that's in my brain. Anyways, yeah, breadcrumbs. Yeah, huge announcements coming from AI God this week. Massive. Part of me doesn't want to oversell it, but I also don't think that I can. It's I've now shared we're sort of in testing phase for the game that Tuttle and Dennis are finishing building, and the general reaction is holy fucking shit. So that's kind of fun.
Yeah, I really liked it because it's not a clicker, and that's very nice.
Yeah.
It's something where you have to have a strategy, and
Yes.
so it's good, I think.
I was actually talking to Bullshibbles about ways to basically use AI, and we're using like good game AI with just some of the systems that we built for MetaMinds, but using a pretty powerful game AI to basically like put a bunch of your NFTs in, and then have basically PvP while you're not there. Because like one of the biggest challenges, and then we're just like dropping hints like crazy, but one of the biggest challenges with anything that you do that's PvP is like finding somebody that's sort of in your power range that's available at that time, right? That's very, very hard to do, and sort of then people aren't playing. But if you're throwing like all your stuff and enough stuff that so that like anybody can basically come in, play versus stuff that you have going on, then that's going to be huge. So I'm talking to Tuttle about that yesterday and today, and that's going to be huge. That means like you can be winning PvP games even when you're not there, which is going to be really fun.
Yeah,
all of that stuff. Holy snapping duck shit is exactly what Triple B said DMs yesterday. I was laughing about it for days. Holy snapping duck shit. I mean, if that doesn't paint a picture, I don't know what does. Yeah. All right. So, anything else going on, or should I get back to work on making those NFTs for all the other partner projects?
Well, I don't know. I think on my side, that's it. I think that we talked a lot about the OIG and what it is, what the elections are, why are they so important. I would love to see someone from the community being nominated. And don't forget, guys, this is a paid position, and it's I would say it's a juicy reward what you get for doing that job.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, TC, I've been sworn to secrecy, but oh my god, it's going to be epic. Yep. So TC, by the way, thank you for testing it. We're actually going to have a new version today for anybody that is testing, and that is not an invitation. Sadly, I have to keep the number of people testing to a very bare minimum. But I'll have all you guys playing it just as soon as we possibly can. And also, like, I'm hoping it's like early next week, which is insanely aggressive for a dev schedule, but they're working really hard on it. So
cool.
Yeah, it'll be fun. By the way, I guess a couple more things on the AI God front. I am doing a snapshot for Dennis on Friday at 1:00 in the afternoon Eastern Standard Time. The top 200 holders of AI God are going to get something. The top 100 holders are going to get something amazing, and the top 30 holders are going to get something amazings. So if you are not in the top 100 yet, or the top 30 yet, or the top 200 yet, get there. Go buy some AI God and get on that list. And people were asking, like, it's probably going to go down like to 206 or 207 or something. Like a lot of the Nifty accounts and like the Alcor swap account, like none of those are going to count, right? So like if you're 101, you're going to be fine. That kind of thing. So just somebody had a good question about that stuff. So yeah, I automatically ignore all of the contract addresses, and we'll be ignoring all the ones that are like just holding the AI God for the team and stuff like that. So link to the leaderboard, no, but that should just be, hold on, say something interesting, Juan.
I don't know, which leaderboard are we talking about here?
I would
for the
yeah. I'm gonna just find it on blocks, and then I'll share it out.
Oh yes. That's something that you can have on Wax blocks, indeed.
Yeah. AI God. It was like AI God token.
It's AI God token WX.
WX. Beautiful.
Yes.
Beautimous. Okay.
Oh yeah, you should definitely share that link. I want to know if I'm in the top 200 at least.
Right. Okay. Okay. I'm trying to find the actual token thing though. Like we're on that thing, but that's not the token address. I'll find it here in a second.
I think it's tokens, and then it's
here. Maybe I can actually get it easier from one of my wallets. Yeah. Okay.
why
Got it.
can't
got
I
it.
find it?
I got it. We're good. Link coming to the thing. Boop, boop, boop.
Okay, yeah, that's it.
So yeah, like bags.nft is going to get ignored. Swap.taco is going to get ignored. Here, I can show this here for you guys. Check it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's a bunch in there. Like eosio.null is going to be not on there. Obviously, AI God is not going to be on there. Blends.nft is not going to be on there. That kind of thing.
Oh yeah, but cool. Then I'm in a good position. Cool.
Did Margin Boss lock down 5% of this token right now? Holy shit! Okay, nothing wrong with that. Yeah, the Chad team apparently has bought a crap ton of AI God. Good
cool.
So here's a fun one. EOSIO.null, 1.6% of all AI God has already been burned.
Yeah, that's cool.
I love that. And for the thing that we're going to be announcing, the reward account is going to be very, very important for that. There's already 1% of the token that's in there, which is huge. Should have that listed on every token listed on Launchbags. I'm not sure. Oh, like as far as the top leaderboard. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, we should have something like that. By the way, updates on how Launchbags is doing. We already have the UI prepared to create tokens. It's kind of an advanced UI that we can use only internally, and we are working on the flow for so that anybody can create a meme token, and the winner token will be released in the Launchbags site this time, not on the Nifty Blocks site. So that's already cool. I think we will have some very nice progress there for the launch date.
Yeah, that would be good. That would be really good.
Yeah.
All right, and nobody has figured out what the total supply means yet. I'm actually really surprised by that.
Really?
Yeah, nobody figured it out.
Is there a reward for figuring that out?
I think I did say it. I'd probably give a 10 million Upliftium NFT for it, which is like $50 now, which is ridiculous.
Wow.
What are you gonna do? Or 40 or something? I don't know.
What are you waiting for?
Yeah, figure it out. And honestly, like just remember that it's this whole thing is religious themed. Knowing that, you should be able to figure it out real easy. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Wink. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us every day. Again, tweet at Corey Cottrell. I'll put this up on the screen one more time. If I can find it right here. DM me on Twitter, Discord, or Telegram. Let us know you're watching the show. Give me your wax address. That will get you a community side NFT. And then find the show at NFT Show on Twitter. Find this episode, retweet it, and then comment your wax address underneath that. That's going to get you the bounty NFT for it. So you could have your first ticket today, which is going to be fun. Obviously, tickets will go live, probably 10 days from now, something like that, right before we do the fair launch. And again, it's going to be 10% of the supply that's going into this fair launch. It's going to be massive. There's going to be 13 projects throwing out NFTs for both bounty side and community side. I'm going to be doing bounties all the freaking time. It's going to get real busy real quick on the whole Wiener Coin launch sort of side of things.
Yeah, and with the small experiment that we are running with liquidity, when are we going to announce that?
I mean, you want to announce it right now?
No.
Okay, then tomorrow.
Maybe tomorrow.
We should finalize it. Yeah, I think it's going to be interesting. And again, like there's going to be limited spots on it, but again, it's very, very, very experimental. There's a significant probability that people will be much better served just getting into the fair launch thing. But we want to try this out because I think it's going to be another thing that will balance and strengthen out the base for this launch. Before everything kind of goes bananas.
That said, I think that what you said is false.
Okay, see, that's the thing. That's
People
what we
will
need to
have
talk
an
about
amazing opportunity participating in that experiment,
I think
but
so
we
too,
don't
but I don't
know
know.
what will happen.
I'm
We
trying
have
to undersell it here, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. It stands for I love you. Actually, honestly, no, but I like that. It's pretty cool. So I can say now. Yeah, no, honestly, there's a decent probability that it'll be good. We just don't know. I want people to understand that, like, I honestly want, like, only people that I know are very, very, very good at managing their own risk. If you're not, I don't want you anywhere near this. Just because, again, like, we're not taking responsibility for how this thing goes. It's very, very experimental. It's either going to work or it's not. And people just need to kind of know that. So yeah, let's maybe sort of hammer down exactly how we want to do it, and we'll maybe announce it tomorrow. Just because TC wants us to yell about it now, but I don't want to say anything that we're just gonna have to reverse later. So we'll give it a little bit more thought, and we'll chat about it tomorrow. TC, feel free to remind us. Yes. But it's going to be, I'm excited about it. Like, I think it's like another thing that's going to make the drop better and healthier and a little bit bigger.
And I think that if this works as we expect it to work, then this should be part of any token launch on a launch
and more expensive, in my clearly humble opinion.
Yeah, I think it will be very good. Very good.
I think so too. And can I just say one word about the announcement that we're going to drop tomorrow about the Launchbag stuff? Just one word. Just to freak people out.
I don't know.
I mean, they're going to find out tomorrow anyway. It rhymes with shining.
Yeah. Come on, Corey. You're like these kids that went to the marshmallow experiment and blah blah.
I feel that every day.
You were not able to get the second marshmallow, right?
No, God no, dude. No, I swallowed the first marshmallow every single time.
Oh man.
Now, granted, now my problem is I buy and hold cryptocurrencies too long. So technically, I'm into like trying to get 3 marshmallows. But when it comes to exciting stuff we get to talk about, I'm eating the first marshmallow every day of the week. So all I'm gonna do, and you should just get the 2 thumbs up ready because we're gonna end the show right now. Launchbags has a bunch of tokens that we're going to be getting in for every single launch, including the self-serve meme token launches. Cough mining blink cough.
Cool.